Long ago, near a quiet freshwater marsh in North America, lived an old blue heron. For many years, the heron survived by catching small fish and frogs from the shallow water. As time passed, the heron grew weak and slow because of old age. His legs trembled, and his sharp beak no longer moved fast enough. The fish now easily escaped, and even mocked his failed attempts. After 2 full days without food, the heron realized he would soon die of hunger if nothing changed. Instead of working harder, the heron decided to use his mind in a darker way. One morning, he stood silently near the marsh, with his head lowered, pretending to be filled with sadness. The animals noticed that the heron was no longer hunting and began to wonder what was wrong. A large crawfish, known for his strength and sharp claws, approached the heron and asked why he looked so worried. The heron sighed and said he had heard terrible news. He claimed that humans were planning to drain the marsh to build houses, and that when this happened, every fish, frog, and crawfish living there would die. Fear spread quickly through the water. The frightened animals begged the heron to save them. After pretending to hesitate, the heron offered to carry them to a safe lake far away. He explained that because he was old and weak, he could only take a few animals at a time and would need to rest between trips. Trusting his words, the animals agreed to the plan. One by one, the heron carried the animals away from the marsh. But there was no safe lake waiting for them. Instead, the heron flew to a rocky hill far from the marsh, where he ate each animal. With every meal, his strength returned, his feathers grew brighter, and his hunger slowly disappeared. Eventually, only the large crawfish remained in the marsh. The crawfish asked the heron to take him next. The heron agreed and lifted the crawfish into the air. While flying, feeling confident and proud, the heron laughed and mocked the crawfish. He told him that there was no safe lake at all, and that the entire story had been a lie. He proudly admitted that he had eaten all the other animals, and that the crawfish would be next. The crawfish immediately understood the heron's betrayal. Acting without hesitation, he used his powerful claws to grab the heron's long neck. The heron screamed and flapped his wings in pain, but the crawfish tightened his grip and twisted the heron's neck until the deceiver fell lifeless from the sky. The crawfish safely returned to the marsh and told the remaining animals the truth about what had happened. They praised him for his courage and intelligence. The crawfish said that the heron was not destroyed by him, but by his own greed and lies. The story teaches a clear lesson. Greed and deception always lead to destruction, and those who pretend to be protectors while hiding cruel intentions will eventually face the consequences.